Hi everyone, welcome back. I hope you're all well. Today's video I'm going to be showing you how to make one of these really cute beaded bracelets using seed beads, and it's supposed to be inspired by autumn leaves or fall leaves. So this is what it looks like. So I've got the fake candle on for the autumn vibes. So I hope you enjoy this video. Let's get started. So to make one of these, you're going to need some size 11 seed beads in a variety of different colours, as many as you want for your different coloured leaves. So those colours are completely up to you. And then you will need some beading thread, and I'm going to use £6 fire line in the smoke colour for this one. You'll also need a beading needle and a clasp. So that's everything, let's get started. So the first thing I've done is threaded my needle with some thread, and this is going to take quite a lot of thread and it's going to vary depending on how long you need your bracelet to be. So you're going to start by picking up 4 of your first colour, and you're going to slide those down onto your needle and down towards the bottom of your thread. You're going to leave a good 7 or 8 inches so that you can add your clasp at that end. Now you're going to sew up through the first bead. Please excuse the black on my fingers, it's from the thread comes off. Okay, now you have this. Now you're going to move forward through the next bead. Now you're going to pick up one and go straight into the next bead, picking up another one, same colour. Coming out of this one on the top, you're going to go down through the one on the side. Now you're going to not pick up another one but go straight through the bottom bead, so you've not picked up one that time. So right now you have this. Now you're going to move up through these next 2 beads, so through the one on the side and then up into that first one that we just added. So now you're coming out of here. Now you're going to pick up 3 of that same colour, and you're coming out of this one, you're going to skip over that one that was in that original little group of 4, and you're going to go into the next one, this one here. So now you have this. Now you need to move, so you're coming out of here, you need to move your needle through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 beads around the outside, so down through the one on the side, across through the one on the bottom, and up through the 3 on this side here. So you're coming out of here, and now without picking up any beads, you're going to skip over this one on the top, don't go through that one, that's really important, and then you're going to go down through the 3 on the other side, those 3 right there. Pull that through, and then you've got this thread here now that's like tightening down. Pull that down and make sure it doesn't sit on top of this bead, pull it till it pops underneath that bead, and that's what's going to cause that bead to like pop out into the like pointed leaf shape, because we've not gone through that bead on the top, we've gone straight from this side to this side. It's cinching those 2 beads at the top together and forcing that one to sit up into the point. So we have this cute little leaf. Okay, so I'm just going to turn this around so my thread's coming out the top now. So if you turn yours around so it's facing the same direction as me now, so your thread is coming out at the top of these group of 3, and you've got these points at the top and the bottom. So you need your thread to be coming out of this one right here, right next to that point there at the top. And it needs to be on this side, the right hand side. Now you're going to move along to your next colour, so I'm going to move to my green, picking up 4, and then you can go back into that bead that you're coming out of, but on the opposite side. So now you have this. Now I'm going to move into that first green bead, just through the first one, like that. Now I'm going to pick up one and move through the next green bead in the circle. And again, picking up one and moving through the next green bead in the circle. Okay, now I'm not going to pick up another one, I'm going to go through this one on the bottom. And up through these two. So we were coming out this one on the bottom and now we've moved up through the next two green ones. Same as we did for the brown leaf, but it's just looks a little different this time because it's attached already. So I just wanted to show you again. So now you have this, so now same thing as last time, you're going to pick up 3 this time. We're coming out of this one, I'm going to skip over that one and go through the next 2, like that. Oops. So now you should have this, and now we're coming out of here. Now you need to move your needle through this one on the bottom, and then up through these 3 beads on the side. So you're coming out the top, and now this is where we make that little point. So you're going to skip over this one, don't go through this one on the top, and then go back down through the 3 on the other side, like that. When you pull it down, make sure that thread pops underneath so that it creates the little point. Okay, so that's our second leaf done, and don't worry if it looks like it's sort of facing completely the wrong way. When you add your next one, it's going to straighten it out like that. So don't worry about that too much. So now you're going to do the same again. This time you're coming out the bottom. It doesn't matter if you feel more comfortable working in that very same direction again, you can just flip your piece over. So you're coming out the top like we were there, and then do the same thing again. So you're coming out here, you're going to pick up 4 of your next colour. And go back through that bead you're coming out of, but on the opposite side. It's exactly the same steps, just in, you know, the opposite direction, I guess. Instead of going up, we're going down. Now you're going to move through that very first bead. Just through the first one, picking up one. And through the next one. Pull that nice and tight. Picking up another one. And down through the next one. Now at the bottom of the leaf, so this time we don't pick up any, so you're just going to move through the one on the bottom. And then up through the next 2 brown beads. Like that. Okay, now we're going to pick up the 3. So we're coming out of this one, skip over that one, go down through the next 2. Pull those 3 down. Now you're going to move through this one on the end, down through these 3 on the side. And so this is where we're going to make that little point again. So we're coming out of this one, skip over that one on the end and go down through the 3 on the other side. And again, when you pull it down, make sure that that thread doesn't sit on top of the bead, but that it pops underneath it like that, so that bead pops out. Okay, so now we have this. Okay, so then you're ready to add your next little leaf, and it's exactly the same technique over and over until you get all the way along. And like I said, if you feel more comfortable just following the very first way that we did it, you can always flip your leaf every time. So if you're coming out the bottom, just flip it. Now you're working that way around again, if you see what I mean. So picking up 4 of your next colour and going through that bead that you're coming out of. Now you're ready to add the leaf in the same way. So you can always rewind and watch it again if you need to, if you forget what you're doing. So now you just need to keep doing that all the way along till you get a length that you need for your bracelet, and then I'll show you how to add the clasp. So as you can see, I've gone all the way along. Now I'm just going to show you how to attach the clasp. Okay, so you need to pick whatever colour you want to use to attach your clasp. So it could be whichever colour would be next after this leaf if you wanted to do it like that. I'm just going to use this like coppery kind of colour that I've used here. It doesn't look really copper on camera, but it is. I'm going to use this colour because that's the colour clasp that I'm going to use. So what you're going to do is make sure you're coming out of the bottom of this group of 3. Remember, if yours is coming out of the top, all you need to do is flip it over so it's coming out the bottom. So you're coming out of the bottom bead on the side of your last leaf. And then I'm going to pick up 2 of my size 11s and then 1/2 of my clasp, the first half of my clasp, and then 2 more beads. And so we're coming out the bottom one, but I'm going to go back into the second one. So back through the second one and through the one that I was coming out of, like that. Bring it down so it looks like this, and then I'm going to go through those again. Through all of those again. So now you have this. So you could leave it like this, but I like to kind of fill this gap and this gap. So I'm going to go up through these 2 again, through the clasp, and then down through these 2. This time I'm going to pick up 1 more of that copper colour. And these are the 2 that my clasp is all connected to, but the one above that is the one I'm going to go through this time. So through this bead here. So that just fills that gap on that side. Now I'm going to travel through that bead on the top, down through the 3 on the other side, and across through this bottom bead. Now I'm going to pick up another of the copper colour, and then I'm going to move up into the 2 beads that my clasp is joined to, like that. So that just fills the whole gap like that. So that's how I attach my clasp, and then I'm going to do the same thing on the other side, but with the other half of my clasp, of course. So then once you've done that, then all you need to do is tie some knots, and I'll usually move down and tie the knots like where they join, the leaves join together, so that you can pull the knot into the bead and it kind of disappears, and then we're all finished. So that's the finished bracelet once you've tied off your knots. So I hope you enjoyed this video. This is what it looks like all the falling leaves in autumn. I love these colours. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching, and comment down below what else you'd like to see, and like this video and subscribe if you enjoyed to see more of my videos. Follow me on Instagram at BeadingbyHannah, and I hope you enjoyed. Thanks so much for watching. See you next time. Bye.